Supreme understanding. I got my motherfucking Louis shades on. You see that? Nah, really, these is from the eye doctor, man. They dilated my eyes and shit. I ain't on no Rick Ross shit right now. Fake ass motherfucking shades and shit. Now I want to try to take these off, but you know, I mean, my pupils is dilated, and the sun and dilated pupils don't go together, man. If I thought what I went in for was bad enough, man, me trying to look at the sun and these dilated pupils is even worse. Anyway, let me tell you why I'm talking to you right now. This book, Locked Up But Not Locked Down, A Guide to Surviving the American Prison System. This book has been the longest book. I'm talking about not long in terms of, it's a long book too, but not just long in terms of how many pages it is, but it has taken us over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years to complete this book. This book has been a serious, it's been a beast. It's just like, it's been like a monumental battle. Like, not a battle, it's been like a war to get this book done. Because no matter how much we covered with the book, we were like, yo, we're missing part of the story. It started out being a book with some, you know, basically like some stories about jail. You know, the first author, Amaria Jackson, phenomenal writer, really like talented, funny dude, you know. Brother of mine, man, we go back years. He came to me, man, like, look, man, I got banged up on some stuff, man. Like, I need to tell my story. And I said, well, all right, man, what can your story offer other people, though? Because really, we don't publish outside books, you know what I mean? I was like, you know, we do want to provide something to people that are getting locked up right now as like a survival guide. So how can we turn what you got into that? He's like, well, man, you know, I did this amount of time in jail, and this is what I learned from it. I'm like, all right, cool. Work with that. And I'm like, but we need more, because we got brothers doing hard time. We got brothers doing years in state prison. So my brother Atomic, he came home, and I said, man, I need you to tell the story of how you kept your sanity. I need you to tell the story of how you handled yourself in there, because I know he was in there strong. So I want to know, what did you do? I want to know what you got to do. Tell somebody who's not strong what they going to have to do. Tell somebody who's not even built like that what they need to know. Because, see, the thing is, man, I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea that this is a book that you only need if you're a criminal, you already in prison. Man, don't you know they arresting people for anything nowadays? I know you can't really take me seriously because these glass right now, but please listen to me. You know, they arresting people for anything right now, man. I mean, man, when I was defending my dissertation, man, I got hit with felony drug distribution charges, man, bogus charges. You know what I mean? But I still had to sit in that jail. Still had to sit in that jail. You know? And if I wouldn't have been able to defend myself, then I'd have been doing some time, because it was a confidential informant who picked me out, who named me and said, boom, this is a dude that's selling the dope. You know? And that's another story altogether. But just goes to show that, you know, you got a lot of people that's in prison, in jail, on death row. Let's talk about Troy Davis for a minute. That's innocent. And it's a shame, because you got people that's innocent that's... Is this police behind me right now? That's innocent, that's doing serious time. And there's people that have been executed that were innocent. So please don't think that it can't happen to you. They have exonerated over 400 people from death row who are found to be innocent. There are so many people that are in and out of jail over bogus things like jaywalking. I mean, when I was arrested, man, you know how many people's in that little pre-trial for jaywalking? And, you know, that's pretty much just a story, man. I'm paranoid right now, man, because police are just posted up right behind me. They had the little thing, and I get paranoid when I get around police, even though my lifestyle is so super clean right now, man. Like, I pay my taxes and everything. But it don't stop me from feeling nervous, because the last time I went to jail and I was facing them felony charges, I was squeaky clean then. And so that's kind of like what motivates me to know that this book needs to be done, because anybody can get it. It can happen to anybody, especially if you're black, brown, or a poor white boy. You can really get railroaded. And the thing is, right now, the more prisons they build, the more they got to put people in prison. And that's, and you know, they talk about, oh, it costs this much money to put somebody. No, 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 it costs you, the taxpayers' money to build the prison. But the private prisons are making money. So let's not get it twisted. These prisons are making money off of prisoners. The taxpayers are still paying, but there's still somebody making money. So it's real twisted because you paying, but you're not seeing no profit. So, you know, when you get certain things, your broom, your vacuum cleaner, you know, even some of the soldiers, they safety gear is made in prisons. They had a story a little while ago where they found out that these individuals that had been arrested, suspected on charges of terrorism, was actually the ones that was employed making the safety gear for the soldiers. That's how twisted it is. You know what I mean? That's how twisted it is, because it's not about what's right. It's not about what makes sense. It's about what makes money. And so these prisons, at the end of the day, is about job creation. You know, they need jobs out in them poor white communities, and they need people to make money. Some of these wards, some of these prisons is owned by one person, just a one private owner getting that bread. You know, some of these poor towns build prisons because they don't have no other industries, and they say, man, just ship us some prisons. Well, that means you're gonna have to incarcerate some people. That means you're gonna have to sentence some people. That means you're gonna have to arrest some people, and that means you're gonna have to profile some people. And you know what you can also do to help with that? You can create some discriminatory laws. Just like, look, California, first state to criminalize marijuana. For what? To criminalize blacks and Mexicans. Now, white folks smoking weed, let's decriminalize marijuana. That's why they, you know what I mean? There's a law for everything. They about to put that sagging pants law in the books. Guess what that's for? That's so your black behind could be in jail. It ain't so your black behind could have pants on. Why would they care about that? So let's be real. And with all that being said, let me just go ahead and say this. Even state prison wasn't enough of a story to tell. We had to get even deeper. We had to get some stories from federal prison. And then when we got that, we was like, that's still not enough. We needed some stories from the women's prisons. So we got some stories from females. Then we said, that's still not enough. We needed some breakdowns coming from brothers doing life. So we got that. And we said, you know what, that's still not enough. Let's get some stories from the juveniles, because juvenile detention is a big thing. Let's get some stories from them. And we was like, yeah, you know what? It's a pretty complete book. We was like, nah, let's do some international perspectives. And then when we got the international perspectives coming in from international prisons and stories from international prisoners, I mean, you know, what more can you say? I mean, we got over 400 pages of content that really, really paints a picture of what life is like and what it takes to survive and what it takes to make it. And then to top it all off, man, we sent the book to Mumia. And I gotta take off my Louis on this one. And it's hurt to say this. Not to say it because it's painful to say, but it's painful because that sun is in my eye right now. Mumia Abu-Jamal loved this book so much, he did the forward. Now, if that don't say something, I don't know what does, but Mumia Abu-Jamal did the forward. Now, yeah, we got other people, like we got Bangam Smurf, you know what I mean, who's one of the founders of G-Unit. He did his piece on getting deported. We got Chi Ali. You know, if you know about hip-hop, you know about Chi Ali. Chi Ali is in there. But Mumia Abu-Jamal did the forward. That's how important this book is. This is the only book to really dig in to what the perspectives are of people that are doing real time. I mean, and getting perspectives from people all across the board. We did a real, like, study, like, surveys, too. Like, beyond just the stories and testimonials and articles. We did, like, a study. Oh, this is killing me. The study shows, I mean, it's like it's beyond what you'll find in a school. If you're a researcher, you're an academic, you need this book too. Sociologist, whatever, you need this book too. But if you are young, male or female, black or brown, poor and white, or black and brown, it don't matter if you're poor, rich, whatever, like, you're going to get locked up regardless. You need this book. You need this book. If you're a parent that wants to show your young what's happening, you need this book. If you're a teacher, want to put this in your classroom and let them see what it's like from the words, from basically from their perspectives, from the people that's in themselves, you need this book. If you in right now, we got a whole section on not coming back. A whole, what is it? I think it might be a whole unit on not going back in. And on what it takes to either start your own company, get a job, parole and probation, all them things. I don't think we left anything out. I don't think we left anything out. So, you know, we even talk about political prisons in there. So, you know what I mean? Like, political prisoners is another story altogether. But even that's in there. And though we had to be smart about it because it's got to get into the prisons. We couldn't get, you know, certain things. But, hey, we did everything that we could to make sure this book was the whole story. You won't find no book like it. I promise you won't find no book like it. Locked up but not locked down. A guide to surviving the American prison system. Peace.